ladies. See you all tonight. And make sure you stash some of that cash, okay?
Okay. Have a see you tonight.
Back off!
What? Who's there?
It's me. It's me! Adachi, son?
So, you actually know this guy?
Yeah, he used to be a Kanagawa police detective.
Detective?
Yep. Then I went to work for the driver's license center.
How in the world did you find me? I figured you didn't make it out of that building alive.
Oh, I was fine. Well, not completely. I lost my job.
What?
And I was just a few months shy of securing the maximum pension payment.
Well, that stinks. Also, does that mean you found this place all on your own?
Remember how I gave you that smartphone?
Yeah, I wish you would have called before you just showed up.
I did, but your phone was dead. Well, I guess when a guy gets shot, left for dead, charging his phone isn't exactly priority one.
Yeah, can't say I cared much about the phone.
Sure, I get it. But when it's completely dead, I can't track you.
Track me?
With GPS? Oh, right. I guess you wouldn't know what that is.
Dude, what the fuck?
Smartphones have a system that pinpoints the phone's location. That's GPS. You can put apps on a phone to send its coordinates elsewhere. That's what this guy did. Get it?
Kind of. You know, you never said why you got fired.
Oh, a whole sheet of charges. Breaking and entering, assault, interference with a public servant. Guess I should be glad I'm so unimportant that I got dropped.
Was any of that my fault?
Of course it was.
How did it happen?
Are you aware that Kasuga was shot in Kamurocho?
Yeah. Sad story.
Did he mention he was at a meeting of Omi Alliance officers who were in bed with Tokyo PD? I was the one who snuck Kasuga in the Well, Tokyo PD had some choice words about that. Absolutely disgraceful, being two of them. Kanagawa police agreed. They gave me the axe, and themselves a nice pat on the back.
I'm sorry, Adachi-san.
Well, you can make it up to me by helping me out again. I haven't given up on nailing the commissioner.
Who's that? He means the police commissioner. Important guy. Why him?
He took bribes from the Omi Alliance while they took over Kamurocho. Sure he did. But I still need proof.
Okay. And how's Ichiban supposed to help with that?
By getting me closer to Arakawa, the only person I know of with ties to the commissioner. Kasuga used to be one of his boys. At least, up until the man put a bullet in his chest.
Not up until. I still am.
You need more self-respect.
Why do you care so much about exposing the commissioner's corruption?
Well, it's not out of the goodness of my heart. It's revenge I'm after.
Revenge?
That story started 20 years ago. A rich old couple had been murdered during a home invasion. The suspect was a neighbor with priors, a guy named Kasumi. I made the arrest myself. Before the trial, a witness claimed to have seen Kasumi in a different place at the time of the murder. I interviewed the witness, and the alibi checked out. The clerk was innocent.
What'd you do?
I reported it to HQ, of course. Kasumi needed to be released immediately.
I take it he wasn't, though?
Well, all of us detectives and officers knew the alibi was pretty much airtight. But the captains were skeptical. They questioned the witness over and over. They were relentless. Finally, he said he wasn't actually sure he'd seen the suspect after all.
Why'd he backtrack like that?
He was coerced by the chief of Kanagawa Police, Juro Horinouchi. That's who the commissioner is.
But what was Horinouchi's reason?
By that time, he'd been offered a transfer to Tokyo Police. The last thing he wanted was a big scandal. Which is what it would have been if Kasumi, who'd been jailed for months, turned out to be innocent. That reveal would have put his Tokyo PD offer at stake. He couldn't have that. So, he resorted to witness intimidation. What the hell? He tried to justify it to us. Said if the guy really was innocent, there'd be other evidence of that. But there wasn't. And in the end, Kasumi was convicted. Sentenced to 17 years. His wife and child were still reeling from it when he hung himself in prison.
Where was Horinouchi when that happened?
In his cushy new Tokyo PD position, playing dumb.
Makes me sick.
Kanagawa's had this problem for a while. Too many cops in the Eugene 3's pockets. They're always teetering on the edge of scandal. So everybody who can is always trying to get transferred. Especially the higher-ups. Rats, leaving a sinking ship.
And some were willing to convict an innocent man to save their careers? That's fucked up.
I felt the same way when I was a young rookie. So I leaked the original alibi to the media.
Whoa.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Horinouchi wasn't as clueless as most bureaucrats are. He found out about the leak immediately through his buddies in the public security division. The info I gave them never saw the light of day. Next thing you know, I'm stamping driver's licenses. Not sure why I was transferred instead of fired. Horinouchi must have figured he was safe.
And now he's the police commissioner.
Now, if I were a smarter guy, I'd just forget the whole damn thing. But when I get to the pearly gates, I want to be able to look Kasumi in the eyes.
Wow, you boys are talkative. What are you yakking on about?
Good morning, Hamako-san. This guy's a former Kanagawa...
Don't good morning me. It's already 10 o'clock. You're all supposed to be at Hello Work looking for jobs, not lazing around here.
Oh, shit. That's right. If we don't get there fast, all the good jobs will be gone. Sorry, Adachi-san. We gotta go find some work.
I'll go with you.
Huh? Why?
I'm as unemployed and broke as you now.
Whoa. Don't you have savings for working all those years?
I didn't save it yet. I thought I'd have my sweet-ass retirement pension. Never was much of a saver, honestly. And as a kid, I used to crack open my New Year's money. Yeah, the pension was all I had. And it's gone now. Shit.
You spent it all. They let someone so irresponsible issue driver's licenses?
Hey, part of it is just bad luck. It's not my fault booze and women are expensive hobbies. Come on, let's get over to Hello Work already.
Kasuga says, "What's that thing?" Something's stuck in the ground. I think it's a bat. Why would it be stuck here? Who knows, says Nanba. Probably a lame prank. I'll just... Kasuga says, "Hey, what are you doing?" Nanba says, "I'm trying to pull it out. I bet if we pawned it, we could get some money." Kasuga says, "No dice, huh?" Nanba says, "Yeah, it's really stuck in there." Nanba says, "Adachi, you're strong. Give it a try." Adachi says, "Sure." He also can't get it out.
Tired of this shit.
Adachi says, must be pretty wedged in there if my guns can't do it. Kasuga says, you're pathetic. I'll show you how it's done.
Really?
Kasuga says, I'm the man. Adachi says, credit due where it should be given. But what did you do differently that I didn't do? Kasuga says, only the hero can do it. Nanba says, of course, I forgot we had a hero. Adachi says, him? Nanba says, you know how in the RPGs there's always some holy sword only the hero can pick up? Kasuga's been on a quest to become a hero since he was a kid. Kasuga says, kinda. Adachi says, well, that dirty bat isn't exactly a holy sword. Nanba says, leave it to reality to crush fantasy. Kasuga says, the holy sword of the hero. I'll be the savior of this world. Nanba says, that's the spirit, you look the part. Adachi says, if you knuckleheads are done role-playing, shall we go find some more damn jobs? And apparently some scruffy punks want to fuck with us. The dad hunter says, hey guys, having a good time? Sorry, but we're dad hunters, so we're gonna make this simple. Fork over all your money. Nanba says, we don't have any. The dad hunter says, 3 middle-aged dudes and no cash? You'll need to lie better than that. Nanba says, the truth really hurts when punks call you out. Nanba says, hey, Mr. Hero, feel like using the holy sword to smite some monsters? Kasuga says, good idea, come on.
Whoa! What just happened? Did you see those guys freaking transform?
Huh? What are you raving about? You know this isn't a video game, right? Come back to Earth.
No one else sees this? Well, whatever. At least it's more fun for me.
Okay.
I got this.
Have fun with this. Watch this. Want to fight? Let's go. Going in. Come on. Yeah. Take your best shot. Get serious. Yeah. Don't get cocky. Have fun with this. Watch this. Cool. Come up. Should I not? Okay. I got this. I feel the stats going. Hell yeah. What's even the point of shaking down guys as broke as us?
For real though, neither of you saw them transform? Not even a little bit?
Huh?
I swear, they freaking transformed!
Your imagination is officially off the rails, man.
But it seems so real. How could it just be imagination?
I mean, as long as we win, I don't care how delusional you are. You know, I think it's just all that hero talk of yours. Makes you see trolls and golems everywhere.
You think I'm crazy, don't you?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it takes a certain kind of crazy to want to be a hero anyway. Hell, I don't care if you wear chainmail around town. If you feel like it'll give you some oomph in a fight.
Maybe I will. All right, fellow adventurers, our great journey has begun.
Oh, sure, Mr. Hero. Lead on to the bountiful coffers. Hello. Yeah, this party is sorely lacking in coin. Pretty soon we won't be able to afford any booze. I mean, medical.
Yeah, Need to grind for some cash, huh?
Just like in Dragon Quest.
Life really is an RPG when you think about it.
How'd it go for you guys? I'm fucked. Another day of no work. Same here. Damn it. Kasuga says, Matsuo might have taken the cake, but a lot of these people are pretty rough around the edges. Nanba says, what do you expect? Finding work isn't easy these days. Adachi says, don't let it get to you. You just gotta be patient. The careless man says, isn't that Adachi? The other one says, you're right, it's him. Kasuga says, friends of yours? Adachi says, can't say. The man says, like hell you don't remember us, you ruined our lives. Adachi says, did I? Did I arrest you or something? The snapped man says, you're not allowed to forget the Yokohama Pink Panthers, Eugene-sho's top burglary ring. Adachi says, that takes me back. How long has it been? 20 years? The careless man says, we've got criminal records, asshole. We can't even work. Take some responsibility. Kasuga says, it's not Adachi's fault you guys got busted. The careless man says, are you a cop too? Nanba says, we're just looking for work. Adachi says, come on, let's leave these guys to stew and get out of here. The careless man says, Adachi, why are you looking for work? Adachi says, I lost my job, obviously. The careless man says, you quit? That means you can't arrest us anymore, no matter how many times we hit you. Kasuga says, you're that bent on revenge? Why not put that effort into your job hunt? The man says, shut the hell up, we're gonna beat the shit out of all three of you.
Look at me go!
The careless man says, we'll get you back for this. Adachi says, talk about taking it personally. Kasuga says, you arrested so many people you don't remember what they all look like? Adachi says, it's all ancient history now, but I didn't have to deal with shit like that while I wore a badge. Wonder if that's gonna be the new norm. Nanba says, for real? I don't want to be anywhere near you then. Adachi says, let them come. I'll take as much as they can throw at me. Well, hello work awaits. Anyhow, Kanbei says, next. Kasuga says, yeah, and sits down. Kasuga says, Ichiban Kasuga, 42 years old, I'm strong, I've got a home, and I need a job. Help a guy out. Kanabe says, alright, tone it down, no need for theatrics. Kasuga says, huh, weren't you the janitor? Kanbei says, oh, you're that homeless guy sent over to the bar. You've got a roof over your head, huh? Kasuga says, all thanks to that job. Kanbei says, glad to hear it. Kasuga says, why are you on that side now? Kanbei says, what do you mean? It's my job.
Huh?
Kasuga says, director? After reading his name badge. Nanba says, you're the director? Adachi says, think you can find us some work? Kanbei says, oh, you made some friends? Kasuga says, yeah, we have 3 people in our party now. Kanbei laughs and says, you play games, Kasuga? Kasuga says, yeah, I love Dragon Quest. Kanbei says, that's a good one, I play it myself. Anyway, let's see what jobs we found for the hero and his party here. Kasuga says, we're in your debt. Kanbei says, I just want to warn you, I made an exception last time. I was trying to see if you could stand on your own 2 feet, but now that we're doing this legitimately, I have to follow the rules. Kasuga says, what rules? Kanbei says, the golden rule. I can only assign you jobs that you're qualified for. Even in Dragon Quest, some jobs are locked until the character reaches a certain level or skill, right? Think of it like that. Life is just a big RPG when you get down to it. Nanba says, sure, so what would our current experience level let us change into? Kanbei says, an ex-con, a bum, and a fired cop. Here's the best I can do right now. Kasuga says, a special bathhouse? Oh, a soapland, says Nanba. Adachi says, maybe that's the best you can get for these 2, but I have years of service. Kanbei says, according to your documentation, you've never been married? Adachi says, what does that have to do with anything? Kanbei says, you're telling me you've gone this long as a lonely single man without resorting to paying for it? This seems right up your alley. Adachi says, how dare you? I mean, it's not even that illegal. Kanbei says, anyway, what you boys need is to build up some work history. Don't think this bathhouse gig is gonna be a walk in the park. The owner's eccentric, and it's totally up to him if he takes you on board. Good luck.
Hey.
Kasuga says, alright, let's go nail this interview. Anyhow, that degenerate flashed me.
What the hell's up with this guy?
Just another crazy off the streets. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay, guys, let's do this.
Roger.
You're going down.
Have fun with this. Watch this.
Check this out. I'm up.
Moving up in the world.
What was his problem? I swear, sometimes this city gets uglier and uglier every step.
You'll get used to it.
I'd really rather not.
Looks like we've got ourselves quite the specimen.
Huh?
I knew I'd run into an unclassified sooner or later. Now let's see what data you're hiding. Scientific name. What should that be? Turncoat Titillator should do it.
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I've been tracking a rare specimen around here, and I might have gotten a little carried away.
You're what? Some kind of researcher?
Yes, the name's Professor Morikasa, but most people call me the Sujiman Sensei.
Sujiman Sensei? What is that exactly?
I catch your interest? How about you swing by my lab? I can explain more there. And as thanks for helping me subdue that specimen, I'll make you some tea or snacks or whatever you like.
That sounds great. Hey, Ichiban, let's go.
I don't know. Doesn't he seem a little sketchy to you?
You won't make it in this city if you bite the hand that feeds you. Besides, I take free over sketchy every day. Now let's get a move on.
Fine.
This place I call the Sujiman Center. It's a fully functional research lab.
You mean your fully random office room?
Anyway, you came here to learn about Sujiman, did you? Allow me to explain. Sujiman are monsters of men that make you super jittery. But super jittery men didn't have much of a ring to it. Hence, Sujiman.
Huh?
Okay, sure, it's a stretch, but all you need to know is that they're the definition of bad. Society needed a concept for men that give you the creeps and attack without warning, and that's a Sujiman.
Yeah, and you're going around collecting their data. Why?
I do it for the sake of world peace.
World peace?
Think about it. This planet teems with all manner of degenerates and criminals. Just take a look around you. Now tell me, how many bad guys are out there wandering around? And how are they classified? Can you give me an answer?
Not when you put it that way.
Indeed. When people ask themselves, what kind of bad guys are out there? How can I identify them? They're generally left to wonder. And because they're left wondering, they go up to one of these bad guys out of sheer curiosity, and often end up paying the ultimate price. That's why I'm recording who these monsters are and where they make their habitat. By doing so, I can lessen their impact on society by keeping people out of harm's way.
That makes sense. Guess it takes a sketchy scientist to research sketchy people. But what made you decide to do this in the first place?
Let's just say I had a rough past. The takeaway here is that I'm contributing to a peaceful world, and I take that very seriously.
So, how much data have you collected so far?
The thing is, every time I run into a bad guy, they always rush over to beat me down before I can gather data. You might say that's hampered progress.
Yeah, I bet that would.
I'm at my limit here. If only I could find an honest, maybe even slightly reckless guy who wouldn't shy away from random enemy encounters or getting his hands dirty.
Well, hope you find your guy. Let's roll, Namba.
Come on, hear me out for a minute.
What? Don't tell me you want us to collect a bunch of weirdo data.
You hit the nail on the head, buddy. Now, I'm not asking you to go fight everyone you see. All I need is a little battle data whenever a battle does happen. Besides, I imagine two tough guys like yourselves get into brawls fairly regularly. Yes? So, I was thinking, why not gather data while you're at it?
Easier said than done.
Perhaps. But a comprehensive Sujiman encyclopedia is what this world needs. How about I throw in some completion rewards? Oh, now I see those ears perk up.
Hear that? Let's do it, Ichiban.
Guess I do like completion rewards. Fine, we'll do it. This really does help society. I guess we all reap the benefits.
Exactly. Glad you understand. Let's hop to it then.
So, how do we go about recording your data anyway?
Ah, that's simple. This custom application I made does all of the work. demonstration might best get you up to speed. Hey, time to earn your keep.
Who are these dudes?
Let's just say they're assistants who specialize in field work. Now, what's your favorite color? Red, blue, or green?
Not sure where you're going with this, but... let's go with red.
Okay then, red it is. All right, you two, give red here some backup. Now, give them a taste of what I pay you for.
Huh? Don't tell me you want us to fight.
Yes, in fact I do. Every time you wall up an enemy, the Sujidex app kicks in. It records battle data automatically.
That's freaking nuts.
Gentlemen, I choose you! Get ready for a Sujimon battle!
Let's go! The battle is on! Yeah. Have fun with this. I got this. Watch this. Cool. Alive. Let's go. Let's do it. Going in. Let's go. Yeah. Fight. Okay. Have fun with this. Watch this. I'm up. Let's go. What's up, guys? Get serious. Cool. Take your best shot. I feel the stats going up.
Impressive. Clearly, I chose the right people for the job. Keep that up and you'll be the best, like no one ever was.
That's kind of you. So where's the data at?
Right. Why don't you tap that app and see for yourself? That's the idea. Defeat lots of Sujimon, collect lots of data. And as promised, I'll reward you for the job. Expect to get some emails as you hit completion milestones.
Hope it's not more trouble than it's worth.
Well, there's something in it for us, so we might as well give it a try. We're in no position to be picky.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't forget, the world's counting on you. So you gotta dispatch them all. Then you'll be the next Sujimon master.
I'm good.
Mizuki-san, their time is up. Okay, go ahead and clean up the room, then count today's take. Front desk. The faucet stuck? Well, just use the same bath water for the next customer. Yeah, I know it's dirty. Just use a bath bomb behind the sink. Make it cloudy enough, we'll notice. Hello, this is Otohime Land. Oh, not a hot time. taking the day off. But didn't you have your period 2 weeks ago? You're missing too much work. And if your excuses are true, you should get that checked out. I mean, it sounds like a serious medical issue. And if it keeps you out of work, how are you going to pay for your dear old dad's care, huh? Seems like your life would be easier if you just died already. But I guess that's out of your control. Are you crying? Oh, come on. I only say these things because I'm your boss. I can't be your therapist, too. But come back in as soon as you feel better. Okay? Bye. I tell you, girls these days. So, you folks are here about the job we posted, I assume?
Sorry. I don't think I want to be employed here.
Ditto. Not a fan of anything I just heard. You out too, Kasuga?
So, you came all the way here just to insult me in my place of business? I'll have you know, Hello Work practically begged me to hire you three. They told me you'd be willing to do anything.
I don't care what they told you. You've still got principles.
Yeah, I'm grateful that Kanbei put in a good word, but I pass. Plenty of other jobs out there. Let's go, Ichigo.
Ichigo, it's the holdup. Come on, let's go. You heard him on the phone, didn't you? Yeah, I've been in my share of back alley soap plants. This guy's gotta be the worst I've ever seen.
The girls don't deserve that kind of treatment.
Hey, there a problem? You better not cause any trouble here. I'll call the Yakuza. We're with the Seiryu clan, you know? The Seiryu clan? You really sure you want to start something?
This is Seiryu clan territory?
Well, this just got complicated. Hey, Kasuga, we need a scram.
Why are you looking at me like that? I'll call them. I will.
I'll take the job. I'll start anytime you want, boss.
Huh? Wait, what are you doing?
Based on what I just heard, you got a lot of issues here, from plumbing to personnel. You need a hand, and I've got 16 years of direct experience in this industry. I know what works in these places, and I can even go scout some fresh talent for you. What do you say?
Yeah, but what about those two?
Prostitution's gotta go! No more Ichicho!
Adachi says, what is that sound? Nonomiya says, Bleach Japan. Nanba says, the same people as yesterday. Nonomiya says they've been demonstrating for a few days in a row, like clockwork. It's a pain in my ass. Nanba says they're specifically targeting you with these protests. Nonomiya says we're the last place in the area that's open about being a bathhouse. The others have rebranded as men's salons or bubble massages. That makes it harder for Bleach Japan to build a case against them. So they come after us since we're still open about being a soap land. They think if they can close me down, it'll stock They think if they can close me down, it will start a shockwave and clean out the rest of the area. Nonomiya says, am I lucky or what? Adachi says the Yakuza won't protect you. Nonomiya says I tried complaining to the Seiryu clan. They had some lame excuse and they showed up after everything quieted down. Besides, Bleach Japan has its ranks filled with the types who read up on anti-Yakuza laws for the fun of it. Those kinds of people are tough for even the Yakuza to deal with. Adachi says that's the Yakuza for you. Nonomiya says if I can't go to the Yakuza or the police, who do I turn to? Even my employees are quitting to avoid being harassed. I'm at the end of my rope.
Right.
Adachi says that's why you're understaffed. Nanba says, basically, you're saying as long as the girls stick around, you can still run your business. That said, between Bleach Japan and the way you treat them, I wouldn't count on them sticking around either. Nonomiya says, you don't get it at all. Girls who come here to work already have their backs against the wall. The girls who work here are all Japanese, but they're in the same situation as an immigrant who came here to get away from whatever it may be. Adachi says losing a job like this may as well be deportation. They've got no one to go back to or rely on. Nanba says, I always figured it was the money that brought girls to this kind of work. Nonomiya says, of course a lot of people who come get tempted to this side of things because it sounds lucrative, but those are the types who think they'll strike it rich without doing any real work. As soon as things take a turn for the worse, they run for the hills. That's why I only hire women so far out on the ledge they can't afford to take another step back. Women like that will work if, like, their lives depend on it, and that's what keeps my business stable. Nanba says, stable my ass, you're just taking advantage of women at their lowest point in time. You're scum of the earth. Nonomiya says, say what you will, but lust weighs on the soul just as heavy as hunger, if not more so. Except with lust, you can't satiate it at the local deli. You have to hold it until you find an outlet. So as long as women are willing to be on the menu, men are gonna place orders. That's just the world we live in.
Sup?
Kasuga says, whatever. If we drive him off, will you hire us?
Yo.
Adachi says, Kasuga, after everything that slimeball just said, you still want to work here? I definitely don't. Nanba says, this guy is nothing like Hamako. The world would be better off if we let Bleach Japan take him down. Kasuga says, shut up, it's work and we can't afford to turn it down. Kasuga says, I'll take the job and I'll get it done right. Are you gonna hire us or not? Nonomiya says, fine. Kume says, prostitution is illegal in Japan, and this establishment is flaunting it in broad daylight.
Hey.
Kasuga says, working as hard as ever, huh? Kume says, it's you guys. Why are you here? Kasuga says, as of today, we're employees. Kume says, employees, huh? Kume says, friends, the accomplices of criminals, purveyors of prostitution, have made themselves known. Kasuga says, I'm sorry. If that's the case, why aren't we getting arrested? Kume says, soaplands dodge laws by registering themselves as public bathhouses. My friends, this is what we call a gray zone, the dark stains on Japan. Let's turn this gray to white. We must bleach it out. Kasuga says, what are you? You think you're some kind of pure and clean soul yourself? Never committed a crime? Kume says, of course I obey the law. That's the obligation of every righteous citizen. Kasuga says, so you've never even, like, taken a whiz outside? That's technically a crime, you know? Kume says, never once. Nanba says, seriously? What about speeding? Kume says, nope. Adachi says, you liar. Everybody's done that one. Kume says, afraid not. If you doubt me, then prove it. Prove I committed these crimes.
Yo.
Kasuga says, okay, how about what you're doing right now? These people are blocking the road. That's surely a crime, isn't it? Kume says, you're so ignorant, it's funny. We have permits from the police for this demonstration. Kasuga says, yeah, a march. A permit to march on a public road, huh? Kume says, do you get it now? The police have been magnanimous enough to let us use this road for our cause. Kasuga says, but where you're standing now isn't technically the road, that's the soapland. Kume says, I just got a little overzealous. Kasuga says, it also says there's only supposed to be 10 of you. It looks like more than 10. Kume says, we got more support than normal today. That's just the nature of a protest. The number of people can fluctuate. If you don't like it, file a police report. I wouldn't get your hopes up, though. The difference between 10 or 15 people isn't worth the time, and it's not causing them any trouble. Adachi says, you're on the right track, Kasuga. In that case, I've got a warning for you. The legal definition of a march means you're not allowed to stop moving. If you stop and start giving speeches, that's obstructing traffic. Your right to use the road was predicated on you performing a march, so the fact that you've stopped here is a violation. Kume says if that's the rule, every protest stops to give speeches. And the police are okay with it. Kasuga says, you know what you call that? A gray zone. Kume says, gah! Kasuga says, relying on a gray area to criticize a gray zone. What irony. Kume says, let's keep going. We're marching. Choral chanting says, prostitution's gotta go. No more in Ijin show. Kasuga says, watch where you're going, or you'll trip. Nonomio says, we have Ichiban, H42, addresses. Oh, that's where Hamako works. Kasuga says, yeah, we're living there. You know Hamako? Nonomiya says, I know her from back in the day. Anyway, the next is Yu Nanba, age 41. Kasuga says, you Nanba? You mean Nanba was your real name the whole time? After that speech you gave me about homeless people using fake names? Nanba says, shut up. You believed it was fake, and that's what's more important. You're just gullible. Kasuga says, what? Nonomio says, and the last guy is Koichi Adachi, who's, holy crap, you're 59? Adachi says, only had 2 months to go till I hit retirement, but the Kanagawa police let me go a few days before then. Nonomiya says, that's rough. Nanba says, that's all? Nonomiya says, what do you mean? Nanba says, we're a trio of red flags. A bum, Yakuza, and a cop. Nonomiya says, what of it? If I was worried about that, I'd never find anyone to work here. Besides, I just happen to have the perfect job for you three. Nanba says, and that would be what? I hope you're not going to make us clean the baths. Nonomio says, I only get that done every 6 months. What I'm really after is her. Her name's Nanoha. She's been my top earner for 5 years. Kasuga says, that's the girl who called to take the day off, right?
Yep.
Nonomio says, correct. Nanba says, top earner? You weren't kidding about these girls being on, well, never mind. Nonomiya says, if all you've got going for you is being cute and young, you'll never last. The core of a Soplin's appeal is service and love, it's emotional depth.
Okay.
Nanba says, emotions? I guess I could see that. Adachi says, men are lonely creatures when it comes down to it. Even guys who put up the toughest fronts need a place to be who they really are. Nonomio says, and the depth of a woman's ability to give him that is usually proportional to her own baggage. Nanoha's father is of an age where he can't move on his own anymore. She quit her job at a big firm and fell into this world to afford him the best of care. Kasuga says, skipping all the stuff between a white-collar job and prostitution's a pretty brave move.
Yep.
Nonomiya says that's why she's good at it. She gives it everything she has, no matter who the customer is, all for the sake of her father. That being said, she's recently started finding reasons to take days off. This never used to be the case, though. Between Bleach Japan and Nanoha taking days off, sales are really slumping. That's why I need a hand. Nanba says, a hand? Like the customers? Listen. Nonomiya says, you idiot, I want you to look into why she's taken time off. Nanba says, didn't you say it was because of an irregular period? Nonomiya says, I can't take that at face value. There aren't a lot of reasons why someone who needs money starts taking a lot of days off. Kasuga said, thinks she's got a boyfriend? Nonomiya says, you do know this industry. Care to fill in the class, says Nanba? Kasuga says, she could be meeting someone without going through the store. Normally a customer pays for the service and that money gets divided up between the girl and the shop. If they meet in private, the girl can offer a discount and come on top by cutting the shop out. Once they start doing that, the girls start to wonder why they need the shop in the first place. Of course, all the shops have strict rules against that sort of thing. Even if it's just an innocent thing at first, once they get a taste for the extra money, they don't stop. They'll even start using the shop to lure more customers out into their own business. It's the death knell for some shops. Nonomiya says, so that's why I want you to find out if she's been seeing someone on the side. Kasuga says, okay, let's say she is. How do we find the guy? Nonomiya says, make sure he never wants to go near Nanoha again. I don't care what method you use. You're a Yakuza, a nurse, and a cop. I'm sure you can come up with something creative. Adachi says, shouldn't you be using the Seiryu clan? Nonomiya says, think of them like car insurance. If you use them the wrong way, they increase your premiums, so it's cheaper if I can solve certain things myself. Kasuga says, that's a boss for you, always has a trick or two. Can you tell us where Nanoha lives? Nonomiya says it seems she's been couch surfing for a while and hasn't gone home. Nanba says, how do we find her then? If you keep an eye on the Pocket Cafe, she'll show up. She hangs out there a lot. For the price of the cup of coffee, she can stay for hours to use the free Wi-Fi and charge her phone. So, I'll hope for the best. Get her to start coming back in regularly, and I'll have a suitable payment for you. Doom. Adachi says, sounds to me like he hired cheap detectives. Adachi says, Nonomiya is quite a schemer. He looks sloppy, but he knows his employees both on and off the clock. If he's doing it on purpose, he's very good. Nanba says, doesn't mean he's not a scumbag. His bottom line is all he cares about. Kasuga says, I don't think so. Maybe it's not true all the time, but most Soplans profit off their workers' misfortunes. Nanba says, you mean like their debt or their family issues? Yeah, they prey on people like that, right? Kasuga says, basically, the women work hard to get out of that situation and the shop supports them. I'm not cool with the way Nonomiya talks about people, but he's not sugarcoating anything either. He understands the reality of the business. Nanba says, that's one way of putting it. Kasuga says, I grew up surrounded by every kind of sleazebag Kamurocho could throw in these doors. I'd bet this guy's actually got a love for his girls. I'd take him over some shithead who doesn't care about the girls. He gets jobs there in the first place. Adachi says, well, just because I hate shitheads doesn't mean I have to like sleazebags. So let's find the proof and get paid. Kasuga says, alright, but we still don't know for sure if she's actually seeing someone on the side. Let's start with this cafe she goes to.
Damn, it's full. Hey, look over there. That's Nanoha. Let's get some answers out of her.
I seriously doubt she'd ever admit to it. We should only interrogate her after we have proof.
I say we trust the former detective on this one.
Fine.
Sorry, we're full right now.
Oh, I'm meeting someone inside.
He's sitting down with Nanoha. Maybe she's dating him on the side.
Let's try and eavesdrop on their conversation.
How do we do that? Can't hear anything out here.
I got this. Kasuga, call me on your phone.
Okay.
I'm very sorry, but we're full right now.
Please, can I just use the bathroom? Seriously, I'm about to piss myself.
Sure. Go ahead.
Sorry you had to come all the way out here.
Are you alright? You look really tired.
Oh, it's my health problems. These days.
We should get down to it. First of all, the money.
He said money. He's gotta be her other man.
Hold your horses and see the transaction go down.
Somehow I think 2 million yen.
3 million left to go then. If you... 10 days from now, we can carry out the...
What? Maybe we don't even... I'm worried.
Don't tell me.
she give him money?
It was 2 million. Nothing to sneeze at.
You think Nano Hassan's wrapped up in something bad?
Like what?
I don't know. You just have to ask her and find out.
Oh, hey! Ow!
Sorry.
Hey, old man. Apologies don't fix much, you know. Yeah, how you gonna make this right? He's got a broken bone.
Come on, not this shit.
Sorry, we're in a hurry.
If you don't got time to do the right thing, give out your wallet. Hand us a couple grand.
Leave us alone, man. See ya.
Not so fast!
You're going down. Cool. What a fight shot, huh? Yeah. Have fun with this. Watch this. I'm up. Let's do it. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Check this out. Okay. Let's go. Cool.
The hooligan says, I won't forget this.
Damn it.
Adachi says, shit, bad time to get interrupted. Kasuga says, where's Nanaha? Nanba says, we lost her. What should we do? Go back to the Soapland? Adachi says, even if we did, we have nothing to report. Adachi says, wanna follow him? Kasuga says, yeah.
The Social Welfare Corporation?
Sounds like an old folks' home. Pretty classy building, huh?
It's from the Meiji era, as I recall. Used to be a bank. But I thought some non-profit foundation bought it decades ago.
Sure looks luxurious for a non-profit. I can smell the money from out here.
Okay, so we know Nano has been working at the Soapland to pay for her dad's care, right?
Yeah, so maybe this is where he's being taken care of.
And also, maybe that man she met at the cafe is employed here. Then it would all make sense. She's paying that guy to keep her dad in a nice place. It's hardly shady.
I don't care how classic the joint is. Nobody would pay $2 million in cash. Plus, why would she pay her dad's rent at a cafe?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Remember what they said when we eavesdropped? She begged to see her dad, and it didn't move him at all. He just said no.
Yes, this is the front desk of Sunlight Castle.
Is there a man living here with a daughter named Nanoha?
Do you mean Nanoha Mukoda? Yes, her father is a resident here. How may I help you?
We work with Nanoha at the same place of business. Can we come in?
I'm sorry, but only family are allowed to visit.
That was predictable.
We're not here to see him, actually. Truth is, I'm looking for a home for my own father. Nanoha-san said your facility is great. I wanted to check it out.
I'm terribly sorry. You can't come inside unless accompanied by a current lessee.
Really?
Yes. If you wish to explore the layouts of our rooms, please visit our homepage online. You can submit questions on that page as well. It's very convenient. Goodbye.
They don't even let you tour a room? Something's definitely shady about this place.
What is it? Sneeze 30?
Yes.
You charge 5 million yen just to start a lease?
And then it's 500K every month? Even on soapland wages, how the hell can she afford that?
And take a look at this. They've got a program called the Excellent Course.
Entry fee 20 million? Then $1 million a month? What in the actual fuck?
I hope that's one good VIP room.
Don't tell me her dad's enrolled in the Excellent Course.
I can't imagine he is.
Oh, I could see Nanoha signing him up for the most expensive option. She'd totally do that. Her father is the only family she has. He's the reason she got a job at a big corporation. And he's the reason she works for me now. He raised her all by himself. He means everything to her. It doesn't surprise me at all that she'd pay any price to keep him comfortable. I mean, I knew she'd put him somewhere expensive, but this is just crazy. No matter how much you love someone, you've got to set some boundaries.
I'm starting to think this was never about a guy she was dating. You wanted us to investigate her because you were worried about her. Am I right?
Yes, I was worried. I worry about all my employees. But once they clock out, I can't help them. But I hate that. Especially the girls who have such troubled pasts. You never know if they're doing okay or not. That's why I'm strict about how much time they take off. I worry.
So you have a good reason to keep them working so much. And here I thought you were just a huge asshole.
I guess you can stop your investigation now. She might be putting herself in danger. But if she's doing it for her dad, I really have no right to interfere. It's her life.
In any case, I don't think she's seeing anyone on the side.
No?
I mean, when we saw her today, she looked miserable. She was definitely telling you the truth when she said she wasn't feeling good.
My guess is she's suffering from a ton of stress.
From work?
Oh, I think it's something else.
Nanoha is her father's guarantor. I'm sure of that. It doesn't make any sense that she wouldn't be allowed to see him. And you guys saw her pay $2 million to a rep from the home?
Maybe that wasn't the entire bill. Maybe she still owes them money. And until she pays, they won't let her see her dad.
That's fucked up.
But but it might be true. Nationwide, more than 1 out of every 5 people is elderly. And there are lots of crooked businesses trying to cash in on that. Even if an establishment looks legit on the surface, you never know what might be lurking underneath.
I think I know what happened. They accepted her dad, told her she could pay the entry fee in installments, and then once he moved in, they wouldn't let her see him until she paid it off in full.
Why pull that shit?
Just to get her to pay it off quicker. They don't care what she has to do to earn it. They just want their money as soon as possible.
That's just so cruel.
Plenty of bastards in the world who do it without a second thought.
No wonder her health is bad. Who could deal with that kind of pressure?
And by taking time off, she'll lose income. She'll end up being late on her payments.
Damn. At that rate, she'll never get to see her dad.
Nope. And there's another thing that could happen that's even worse.
What's that?
Depending on what the contract says, if she misses a payment, they could kick her dad out and not return any of her money.
After she's been working herself to the bone just to pay them?
And honestly, who the hell knows if they're really providing good care in that place? Hardly anyone's allowed inside, so there's no oversight. That sounds to me like they can do whatever they damn well please, even to the residents who are paid up.
I don't understand how they get away with this shit.
Please, none of us needs to understand it. All that matters is saving Nanoha's dad.
Boss, we can't save him. There's no way. Sure, we all want to, but... I mean, they won't even let the guy's own daughter in. The place is pretty much on lockdown. I just don't see a way around that.
I think I see a way around it.
What?
Boss, you okay with us working a second job?
Huh?
The 3 of us could work at Sunlight Castle for a bit.
You want to infiltrate the place by getting jobs there?
How do we get them to hire us?
Well, we're sort of buddies with that guy Kanbei over at Hello Work. Let's get him to help us.
Yes! It's a great idea. I'll call Kanbei and make it happen. I think we can do this. We can save Nanoha's father.
Kanbei says, it doesn't matter if you want to work there, I can't invent jobs, especially not there. Sunlight Castle is a fancy retirement home with best-in-class staff. They wouldn't even post job openings through Hello Work. Kasuga says, you can't get us a job there then? Kanbei says, no. Kasuga says, damn, and Kanbei says, well, I can't get you directly employed, but we might be able to get you in there as a contractor. Their full-time staff doesn't do a lot of the menial jobs. The caretakers are employees, but they go through a temp agency for the rest. Wow. Kasuga says, if I can get on that list, I'll be able to get in. Kanbei says, not even contractors are going to get in if they have 0 experience. So Kasuga and Adachi are ruled out. Adachi says, man, don't get my hopes up. Kanbei says, Nanba, you have potential. Kasuga says, why him? Kanbei says, Nanba, your resume says you used to be a nurse. That's the kind of experience they want. That'll get you in there pretty easily. Kanbei says, Adachi-san used to be at the police. How about a security guard?
Yeah.
Kanbei says, how about this for Kasuga? I think they make him a janitor.
Hey, Sonny. Don't recall seeing you around. Are you new?
Yeah, I'm from a temp agency. Name's Nanda.
How nice to have a new doctor. Wonderful.
Actually, I'm a nursing assistant. Then just temporarily.
You say you do physical therapy? Sounds fun.
Listen, Granny. Let me ask you. There's a guy living here named Mukoda. You know him by any chance? He's pretty old. Has a daughter.
Oh, what time are we having breakfast?
Well, it's already past noon.
Oh, here is fine. Thank you, officer.
Hey, did you find anything out?
Nope. Haven't seen any guys who were likely to be Nanoha's dad.
I gotta say, the care in this place actually seems pretty damn good. There's plenty of staff. The medical equipment is top-notch.
They've got a security system, guards too. They ain't skimping on safety.
How many times do I have to tell you? I want these toilets so clean you'd let your mother drink out of them. Put some elbow grease into it, for goodness sake! Stop slacking off!
Why am I the only one on toilet duty?
Why do you think? Well, you're not qualified to do anything else.
Did you find her dad?
Nah, not even a lead. You find anything?
The only thing I've seen all morning is toilets. That woman's a slave driver.
Maybe her dad's in a special room for the excellent course residents.
Oh yeah, that crazy expensive program.
Doubtful. I found out more about that program. It has super strict requirements. I don't think she would have met them. For example, you have to do a bunch of interviews to qualify.
Interviews?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what they ask, but I bet it's all about your family and social standing. Rumor has it, the program only lets in big shots from the financial sector. So, even if she had the money, I don't think she would pass the interviews.
Still, none of us have seen this special room yet, right?
No, because how are we supposed to do that? Obviously, they're gonna have their best security on the excellent course residents. And I heard only full-time staff are allowed to work with that clientele.
But where the hell are those residents kept?
Top floor. And to get up there, you need one of the full-timers' keycards.
Hey! Quit chatting and get back to work!
Yes, ma'am, right away.
Good work. Bet you didn't know toilet cleaning could take up a whole day, did you?
So many toilets.
That's what you need in a place this big. You're gonna have to pick up the pace tomorrow.
We still need to do the top floor, don't we?
That floor is for excellent course residents. It's, off limits to us contractors.
Oh, damn it. I think I forgot something in the bathroom. Mind if I go get it?
Fine, but get it together. You're a mess.
I'm so sorry. You can go on ahead and I'll catch up, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah, just hurry up.
be over soon. Good night now.
What the hell?
Kasuga says, hey guys.
Okay.
Adachi says, you're late.
Okay.
Kasuga says, where's Nanba? Adachi says, still working. That being said, we have to find some info soon. Kasuga says, I saw something weird at the excellent room. Adachi says, you got up there? What'd you see? Nanba interrupts and says, I'm so tired I could die right here. Adachi says, Kasuga was saying he caught on to something suspicious. Can you put off dying a few minutes?
Hold on.
Nanba says, I can't. I know I'm being a baby, but can we save it till tomorrow? I'm tired as fuck, and they want me to come in early tomorrow. This old woman just passed away, so I have to do all this crazy stuff. Ichiban says, what? Adachi says, what? Kasuga says, was it the woman with the purple hair? Nanba says, yeah, how do you know? Kasuga says, I think the woman was killed in the excellent room. Nanba says, you're sure? Kasuga says, I didn't see it, but... Nanba says, why would they kill their own customers? That would mean no more income for them. Adachi says, not necessarily. You could scam their pension payments. When someone old dies, you don't report the death and just keep taking the money, hide the body somewhere, and the pension and medical insurance keep rolling in. Nanba says, you're saying they could be stealing money? Can they do that?
Yo.
Adachi says, I checked it out. There's a safe in the back that has all the residents' bank books. I'm sure it's for peace of mind to know that they're kept under lock and key. Nanba says if they have that stuff on hand, it's easy to steal from them. Kasuga says if someone dies, it frees up the room for the next sucker. Every time a patient dies, they increase their profits.
What?
Nonomiya says, what the hell? I recognize those two. Adachi says, the guys from the security company? How do you know them? Nonomiya says they're both Yakuza. Kasuga says they're Seiryu clan.
Yep.
Nonomiya says from the Ryuto family. I remember them because they used to come by and harass my girls. About 4 years ago, they got their hands in another business, and the family took over my place. Adachi says, I've heard of Yakuza running a security company as a front before, but I've never heard of them actually being on site. Kasuga says, what if Sunlight Castle itself is their business? Adachi says, it would make sense, perfect sense if they were scamming pensions. Nanba says, say that that's what they're doing. Wouldn't that mean Nanoha's dad is long dead? Adachi says, I'm pretty sure he's still alive. Nanba says, how do you know? Adachi says, remember what Nanoha said when they gave him the 2 million yen? Kasuga says, you mean when we were eavesdropping? Adachi says, yeah. You said something along the lines of...
If you just remit that amount, 10 days from now, we can start to carry out the procedure.
Adachi says, I think that means there's 3 million left and she has 10 days.
Oh.
Nanba says, that would mean if she doesn't pay, they'll execute her father by then. Adachi says, yeah, they're probably saying if she doesn't want him to die, that she needs to pay up. Kasuga says, well, that means her dad's a hostage then. Nanba says, but she's gotta be able to take this to the cops. Adachi says, you think? It's a Yakuza front. They already probably have terms with the police. Adachi continues, it's pay up or he dies. And if he does die, the police will look the other way. And then they'll bleed his pension dry. It's unthinkable. Kasuga says, damn. Nonomiya says, how many days ago did you hear that? Kasuga says, 10. Nanba says, if Adachi's hunch is right, then he'll be dead by tomorrow. Nonomiya says, 3 mil. No way she could get that much money. I'd lend it to her, but that's not the kind of money I have lying around. Adachi says, even if you did pay their Yakuza, they could double-cross you. Kasuga says, well, we have to save him no matter what it takes. Her dad's probably in the excellent room. Let's go. Nonomiya says, sorry I dragged you into this. You're the only ones who I can ask for help. Sorry about that. Kasuga says, it's cool. When everyone's safe, I expect a bonus. Nonomiya says, okay. Nanba says, what's a full house bonus? Is it big? Kasuga says, it's an old Soapland custom. If they fill the house, everyone gets a bonus. And if everyone gets a bonus, ladies to the staff goes home happy. Nanba says, how big is it? Kasuga says, usually about $30. Nonomiya says, I'll have it ready for you when you get back, so come back alive. Nanba says, tomorrow's gonna be rough. Let's take a rest. Adachi says, do you have time for a quick side trip? It's a bar that I used to frequent. You can drink and sing karaoke. Why not throw one back and get ready the proper way? Kasuga says, who's buying? Adachi says, I go there a lot. They can add it to my tab. Come on. Kasuga says, alright. Don't get wasted, though. Adachi says, I know.
this the place you're a regular at?
Yep.
It's just you.
Yeah, such great customer service, huh? No wonder this place is always empty.
This place? I only run it for fun. Kind of prefer it empty, in fact.
Bullshit.
Hey there, Dachi-san.
Hey, Iroha-chan.
Who are your friends?
Some guests of mine. Kasuga and Namba.
Hey,
You never bring anyone with you. In fact, is this a first?
Yes, it is. Now that you mention it.
That must mean you actually like them, huh?
Hell no. You wouldn't catch me hanging with these knuckleheads unless I had to.
You're so cute when you're embarrassed.
Give me a break. Anyway, listen. I've got a request.
Hang on. Let me guess. You want me to add their drinks on your tab?
Oh, you know me so well. You mind though? I promise I'll make them come back as paying customers.
Oh, good grief. You really an ex-cop? You win this time.
Thanks, man. All right, let's get to drinking. Hey, what's up with Namba? We barely get started and he passes out?
he's probably just tired. Can't blame him after everything we did today.
Tomorrow's only gonna be worse. You know, for some reason, being around you makes it feel like it'll work itself out.
Oh yeah? You must be pretty wasted if you're handing out compliments. But I'll take it.
I'm barely even feeling a buzz.
Oh, he's drunk, all right. Drunk on the rush of a hot and steamy friendship.
Iroha-chan. That was 2 feet over the line, and you know it. Don't poke an old bear, huh?
Listen.
Yo, Adachi-san. What's that you're drinking?
Hey, keep it down, will ya?
Why? Oh, is that convenience store sake?
Shh, you don't have to announce it to everyone and their mother.
You brought your own drink to a bar?
Hell yeah. Cost an arm and a leg to get a good bus going here. That's why I got this little lovely at a store down the street. You ought to do the same. Show your wallets some tender love and care.
Nah, I just order a drink from the bar, even if it meant going into debt.
You'd go into debt just for a drink?
Hey, it's not just a drink. It's an experience. It's a chance to indulge and just let it all out, you know? Hell, you never know when a drink might change your life. It might lead you to your soulmate. And I say, the guy behind the bar is helping provide the space for that. That guy deserves some fat stacks.
Well, you sure are a nice guy, Kasuga. Well, maybe I should take your advice. Actually, no. If I go into debt, I won't pass my background check.
Hey, here's a solution. I'll buy you a drink.
Hey, thanks.
Speaking of money, what they did to you was fucked up, man. Discharge right before your retirement?
Ah, it ain't so bad. At least I get to know I was canned for sticking it to fucking Horonouchi. My opinion, that's better than just staying on the force, turning a blind eye.
Let me see if I remember this correctly. You and Horinouchi first crossed paths during a case 20 years ago.
Yeah, it was a nasty one. Robbery, a double homicide of some sweet old couple. My team found a suspect and made an arrest. Man by the name of Kasumi. He had a mile-long rap sheet, burglaries and shit. Plus, he had no alibi for the time of the murder.
But in the end, he was innocent.
Yeah. I finally figured that out from his son.
His son?
Kasumi had a wife and kid. The kid was 5 years old at the time. His name was Takashi. The little guy told us he'd been on a walk with his dad at the time the homicides were committed. Of course, there's always a chance that the relatives will lie in the hope of saving their family. So HQ was prepared to ignore Takashi's testimony. I was too at first. But the more time that passed, my thoughts kept coming back around to what the little boy said. And even after Kasumi was arrested, I kept looking into it. I finally found the owner of a cigarette shop. Told me he saw Kasumi walking with Takashi at the time of the crime. Takashi's testimony was legit all along. I contacted HQ right away and requested Kasumi's release. But Horinouchi made sure it never happened.
And he was able to do that because he was top dog at the Kanagawa police back then, right?
Yeah. And don't forget, he'd just been offered a job with the Tokyo police, so he was desperate to cover up any recent blunders like a wrongful arrest. He shipped poor Kasumi off to prison, knowing full well the man was innocent. Next thing I know, Kasumi's killed himself in his cell.
So Horinouchi was willing to sacrifice people's lives just to advance his own career. Yeah, I'm starting to understand why you got so much beef with him.
I got beef with myself, too. I'm partly responsible for what happened. If only I'd believed Takashi's testimony from the start, the arrest wouldn't have happened in the first place.
You don't know that for sure. No one else believed the testimony either.
But I'm the one who interviewed the kid. Let me tell you, even after all this time, I still can't forget his face.
Man. But couldn't you have just leaked the fact that charges were false? You know, to the news? I gotta assume that'd be your way of atoning for Takashi-kun, right?
You're not as dumb as you look, Kasuga. That's exactly what I thought at the time. But I screwed it up. Didn't choose the right people to leak to, so I got swept off the license center faster than the leak got swept under the rug. Worst fuck up of my life.
Don't be so hard on yourself, Adachi-san.
Sorry. Really killed the mood, didn't I?
It's okay. A true friend doesn't care how many moods you kill.
You know, for an ex-Yakuza, you can say some cheesy shit. But it's sweet.
What do you mean by that? Yakuza's all about brotherhood.
Well, all I know is if I'd had a brother like you on the force with me, my life might have turned out different.
Ah, but if the cops were anything like me, this whole country would be fucked sideways by now.
Can't argue with that.
You weren't supposed to agree with that.
Anyway, let's have another drink. On you, if you don't mind.
Fine. Hey, bartender, can we get another round?
Well, about that time, I guess.
Aw, leaving already?
Sorry, Iroha-chan. We got a big day tomorrow. Yo, Namba. You gonna crash on the bar or you wanna head back?
I like the vibe of this place, though. Me coming back is another thing you can count on.
Sure. Make yourself at home. Nobody else does. And listen, take care of him.
Sorry?
Let's just say he's not usually a happy drunk. I guess that means he has a soft spot for you guys.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I know the guy. He's a good for nothing, but he's good at heart too. So keep your friends close, you hear?
I can do that.
Hey, Kasuga.
What's the holdup? Let's go.
Oh, sorry. Well, see you later.
Thanks for stopping by.
Adachi says, let's roll.
To the next bathroom. You're even slower than yesterday.
I'm going. I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
Hey, watch where you're going, janitor.
Hello, Director. The woman's father. His name's Tatsuro Mokoda, correct? Understood. I'll carry it out immediately. Yes. Don't worry. Yes, he's out like a light. General anesthesia. Here we go. You know, most people hope and pray that they'll die in their sleep. You're one of the lucky ones who actually gets to do it. Stop! Who are you? How did you get in here?
Koda. This is Nana's dad for sure. Sir, wake up. Let's get you out of here. Damn. You didn't waste any time.
What are you doing here? Contractors aren't allowed. Explain yourselves now.
Hey, calm down. Can't you recognize your own uniform?
Give me a break. You're not one of us. No, we aren't. Because you're not nursing home guards. Not with that kind of weaponry. I bet you got a lot of ink underneath those uniforms. Since you're from the Seiryu clan.
Huh. So, you did your homework.
We know everything, man. Even what the Seiryu clan has been doing in this room.
Well, good. That makes our decision easy. We'll have to kill you and the patient!
You're going down. Okay.
I got this!
Don't get caught. Watch this.
Come on now!
Let's go.
You're in it now! Okay? Yeah.
Let's grab her dad and get the hell out of here.
Hey, what was that drug you were about to inject him with?
It was potassium chloride.
Holy fucking shit.
Do you know what it does? They use it overseas. For executions. The doctor was trying to kill her dad?
That must have been how they killed the old woman. We got to him just in time.
Guys, we ain't out of the woods yet.
That's the guy from the cafe. Who is he?
We're about to have our chance to ask him. He's coming this way.
You all just made the biggest mistake of your lives. I hope you know that.
Who are you?
The director of this facility. And don't play dumb. I know what else you know about me.
You mean how you're with the Seiryu clan?
Yes. I'm Totsuka, from the Ryuto family.
The Seiryu clan held its own against the Omi takeover. That made me think you guys must be pretty hardcore. And yet here you are, murdering old people for money. Where's the Yakuza's honor in you?
The Seiryu clan is doing what must be done, for the good of society. You have no idea what burden we've taken on.
Killing our elders for society's good? Go fuck yourself! You better let all the residents here go free right now, or I'll tell the whole world what you're really doing here!
You're welcome to try. But that would require you to walk out of here alive. Killing you is no inconvenience to me. I've got enough chemicals to melt down all your bodies.
Let's do it! Okay.
go! Let's go! Don't get caught! Yeah, bye. Let's go. Ready for this? Now. Cool. Come on now. I feel the stats going up. God damn. The hell are you guys? Don't make me say it again. Let all the residents go. I'm afraid I just can't do that.
Then we'll do it. We'll move them all out.
Shit. It won't open. I activated the emergency lockdown. That door won't open until this time tomorrow. What? You've lost. So stop fighting me. Maybe, just maybe, I won't call the police. I won't explain to them how our home for nice, well-to-do elderly people is being robbed by 3 thugs.
What kind of Yakuza calls the cops? You're a stain on your family.
Call me what you want, but if I call the cops, you're done. I suggest you give up and get out.
Maybe instead, I'll rat you out.
Oh yeah?
Ichiban, rat him out to who?
The Seiryu chairman. We just need to pay him a visit at their HQ. We'll go tomorrow, bright and early, and get the chairman to fix all of this.
Don't you fucking dare! This is my business, not the chairman's! If you breathe a word, I'll kill you!
So you're that scared of the chairman, huh?
So?
So, you're coming with me, you spineless worm. Huh? Yeah, you're gonna take me there yourself. Because if you refuse to come along, I'm gonna tell the big scary chairman everything you did. And maybe some things you didn't too. I mean, look at yourself. Doing business like this in the name of the Seiryu clan? As a Yakuza, you accept consequences for your actions.
So, does this mean we have to go?
Totsuka says, here it is. Anyways, this is the Seiryu clan headquarters. I'm probably gonna take a break pretty quick here before going in there, so.
Wow.
Kasuga says, one hell of a gate. It's definitely got that Yakuza headquarter feeling. Can't hurt to be too cautious. Adachi says, let's make sure we're good to go then. Kasuga says, wait here, Totsuka. I told you what would happen if you tried to run, right? He says, I know, I can't have you saying whatever you please to the chairman. We don't know what's going to be in there, so we should get ready before we bust in. Alrighty. Anyways, I'm going to stop here and do some video editing, and I'll be back on later.